I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I was a revenue officer with Internal Revenue Service. God damn, my hat's always on crooked. I look at this thing. I don't know. Anyway, I worked at IRS for what, 10 years? I've been in private practice for 40 years. I have been doing this, yes, 50 years. I am a national expert in IRS resolution matters, and I'm an expert in the offer and compromise. When I worked at IRS, I actually taught the offer and compromise program. I'm just trying to adjust my lighting here. Um, I do these videos for three reasons so you don't get ripped off. I give you insider information, and that's what I'm going to do today about IRS, and I give you enough information for you to make a determination on really what you need to know based on the information I give you. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I ask you to go to my website and take a look. I've been on national news a lot, probably 10 times in the last, I don't know, 3 months. I've been in all the major stations, so you can see those videos at 777irs.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about the offer and compromise. I worked the offer program. I used to sign off on offers, deny offers, and Peter Salinger at my office has worked over 25 to 3,500 offers in compromise. We don't know. He was actually a chief of the offer group, so we are both experts in offers and compromise. Many of you probably have no idea when you fill those forms out what actually happens. So let me tell you what actually happens to those forms. People will fill out the 656, I'm not going to talk about the doubt to liability offer. I'm just going to talk about this the collectability offer, which is the 656, the 433 AOIC, or the 433 B OIC. So what happens is these two forms get sent to an offer group. Many of them get sent to a Brookhaven or the Memphis Service Center, and when they get them, their input, they are logged in to the IRS system, and the first thing they do when they get in, you have a clerk or somebody at some level actually goes ahead and checks the compliance that all tax returns are filed and that you're current on your estimate payments or federal tax deposits. If you're not, the case doesn't go further. The case actually gets sent back to you, the taxpayer or the representatives, and say, hey, this offer does not meet the criteria to go ahead and work it. So you remember, you have to be current when you file your offer and compromise. So if you're not current on your withholding or your federal tax deposits, and if you're self-employed, you haven't made estimate payments, you get that thing back as fast as it came. At that point, the case gets assigned to somebody who has, how do I put this? The offer group gets a lot of offers. They get probably 70,000 offers a year, so they have to assign it to the right person. A lot has to do with the dollar amount, where it's located at, so that offer will go to somebody who the managers who oversee these deliberately send these to. So if you have like $1 million offer, they're going to go to certain people. If they're going to go, you only owe 100,000, they're going to go here, and the small offers go somewhere else. At that point in time, a revenue officer or someone who can work offers at Internal Revenue Service will start opening that offer case up, and they're looking pretty much at two things. They're looking that the offer is filled out correctly, all the T's and I's are crossed, because it is a legal and binding contract if it's accepted. And then they're going to drill down usually on two things. They're going to drill down on the assets, and they're going to drill down on your income and your monthly expenses. So they have the IRS has a bunch of tools to determine how much your asset values are. They have all, like Kelly Blue Book, they have Realtor.com, they have all these different tools that they can check the values just sitting at their computer, and that's what they do. They want to make sure the values that you're putting down are true and correct on the offer. And then they're going to look at your income, and they're going to drill down on your expenses to make sure you're living really within your means. So that person, a revenue officer, if they're working that case, is going to go over that. They're going to look for documentation to make sure everything on that offer is correct. They're going to drill down on real estate. They're going to look at every single value you put down. They're going to check it out. They're going to make sure that value is correct. And then when they look for your income and expenses, they're going to make sure you're living within your means according to the IRS national standard. If you don't not know the IRS national standard program, you shouldn't be filing an offer and compromise. So then that revenue officer will look at what you've offered based on exactly what the allowable expenses are and what the values are, and if it's correct, they'll say, okay, we'll accept this offer. More times than not, though, what they're going to do is they're going to send back and they're going to reject the offer, and they're going to give you a bunch of reasons why they're not accepting that offer and compromise. That's how that system works. Now, if you don't like what that person said, you can go ahead and appeal it. Generally, you're going to either have to appeal the values that they assign to your case, or to show that certain expenses should be allowable that they did not. Let me tell you this, when you get your offer rejected, if you do, what you do is basically IRS just checked everything for you. Just go ahead and fix it and send in a brand new offer. That's what smart people do. Anyway, that's what happens when offers and compromise go in the system. By the way, the revenue officers are smart. I mean, I used to do this for a living. We're not dumb at all. We know, when you're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and we look for stink on the financial statements. Make no mistake about it, we look for the stink. Your offer needs to be clean, because if not, IRS is not going to allow that offer. And that offer is generally signed off at 4 different people by 4 different people. So 4 different people are going to look at that offer to make sure it is all correct. And why is that? Your offer is a matter of public record for a year and a half at 6 different service centers across the United States, wherever your service center appointment is. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know that's the offer process. You want an offer to go through, talk to me. Give me a subscription. Subscriptions are really big. Thank you very much.